Hey there, and welcome back to Cobalt Core, a space-based roguelike deck builder we're exploring. Last week I didn't have an episode. That makes sense to me. I recorded a run. Can I show you? Does it run history? Yeah, here we go. I could pull this up. I can't, sadly, we don't have the technology to hover over cards and show you what happened, but I had this thing called Memory Leak A, and this was the most frustrating card ever because what it would do is it's a strong play, and then it would put a card into your deck that with very minimal art or any kind of explanation or warning, if you played another card when you drew it, would consume other cards in your hand. So in multiple combats, I was consuming random cards and I didn't understand what was happening because the card that Memory Leak A puts in your hand, or puts in your deck rather, is just nondescript. I mean, it has the description on it, and it even like bolds some of the text. Maybe I can show this to you too. There might be the power of logbook or cards. It's possible that it shows up in here. I'd love to be able to show it to you. This is actually the main thing that causes this problem, in my opinion, is, it's this thing right here. You can see the static noise card. Here we go. So, in all red text, while in hand, all cards exhaust. Great, except for the fact that when your cards are in the bottom of your screen, this is very hard to read, and this card has no distinguishable art whatsoever. So, this is actually a major problem with the game in general. I think that card art is too nondescript. There are some that kind of stand out, but most of them are just like some gray shapes in the background. Anyway, what kept happening is I kept accidentally drawing this and then discarding really important cards like my dodge cards or something. Or my favorite, I was playing Jupiter, and I would consume my Jupiter's Moons card, and thus the Jupiter would be completely non-functional. So anyway, complete nightmare. I was so mad at this game, I just stopped and then uploaded a Monster Train episode instead. So anyway, Cobalt Core, hooray! It's one of those things where I think the game is good and I'm enjoying it a lot, but there are things like that. You don't have these problems with Monster Train or Slay the Spire, And there's a lot of things that they model after other games in Cobalt Core where it's like, okay, well, we have to have 3 acts. Why do we have to have 3 acts? No one on the Discord server, not even the devs, can explain this. It's just something that Slay the Spire does, so we have that. So there's just a lot of things where it's like when people say, geez, why don't I just play Slay the Spire instead? I'm going to be real. There's like some genuine value to saying that when a game copies so much from another game and then can't explain the design reasons for why they did it other than, well, another game did it. So anyway, I'm not terribly salty. I'm more just seeing the cracks on the edges of the game. And honestly, the devs in this particular game are great. I think that they're cool people who seem to be doing good work, and they seem to have the right idea for what they want to do with the game. They want to add more variety and other things to Cobalt Core here, which is cool. It's great. I just think that it's going to take more originality and a lot more, how do I even describe it? Just like, you've got to be more bold if you're going to actually compete and be a unique element in the genre, in my opinion. If you're not just going to create something that is a different skin on something that already exists, you need to make more choices that are interesting. Another great example of things that I think Cobalt Core kind of suffers with, for instance, is map diversity. There's like, when I go to the maps on Cobalt Core, I know exactly where I'm going because some nodes suck and some nodes are really good. And you just go for, well, how many of the really good nodes are in a path that I can line up? Great, that's where I'm going. There's really no decision making there. Whereas you look at something like Slay the Spire and you have to go, all right, well, maybe I take this event and maybe I pivot after I've got some card and I go to a shop, or maybe I looted an old coin and now I go to the shop instead, or maybe I go to these events because I'm so weak. If I take a combat here from the hard pool, I lose. Whereas this game doesn't have nearly that kind of dimensionality to it. Anyway, I play a lot of Slay the Spire, I play a lot of Monster Train. I want games that give me a different experience and challenge me in various ways. Cobalt Core does that sometimes, doesn't do that all the times. Anyway, let's play it. I'm enjoying it, I promise. I want to keep playing. I really want to play the crew combo I wanted to try, which was Dizzy, Drake plus Max. I think that there's some cool elements here. I want to play something, I want to do it with the Jupiter, right? I want to try Jupiter without Isaac, because I feel like Jupiter with Isaac is, how do I even describe this? You know, there's those memes, the one meme where it's just like brain dead. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. You know, the meme with the exploding brains and you're just like, whoa, big brain time kind of deal. Anyway, I feel like the lowest tier of that is always Jupiter with the Isaac, and everyone else suggests that playing Jupiter with something else is better. So here we are. We want to do it. Woof. Also, let me know what you think of the audio. I have been tweaking this a lot, and I think I've got it. It's in the right level zone, so I'm not particularly worried about it, but, you know, I haven't peaked at all as a part of this intro, for instance. But for some reason, recently OBS decided to completely delete all of my settings, so I had to rebuild my entire audio setup from this. I think I've got all the right filters and everything enabled, but it was my gain that was way off. So let me know. Hopefully I'm not too loud. Hopefully I'm not too quiet. Hopefully the audio of the game is just right. It seems like it's in the right ballpark, so I don't know. All I can really compare against are the levels, and then listening back to the videos myself, and they seem okay to me, but I don't know what to say. Anyway, that's enough intro. Let's get in on this. As always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's play something different than Monster Train. Variety. Let's do it. Hurrah. We are playing on hardest for anyone keeping track. Definitely don't drop max shield when you have Dizzy. I think it's got to be max hull here. Still am never going to take this debris. Every time someone tries to convince me to take this, the argument is just, hey, it's not that bad. And I'm thinking, brother, it's another card I have to draw. That's terrible. So I'm just going to drop max hull here. Remove 2. Remove 2 is really interesting to me. Is that good enough? I mean, like, removing both basic shots. I don't hate basic shot, but if I'm drawing, say, for instance, block shot instead, block shot EMP slug instead, that's pretty good, right? Is that ever right? It's kind of interesting. I think it's better than common artifact and random rare. Random rare is terrible, especially because you can't skip it. I'm going to remove 2. I think the remove 2 here is definitely basic shot. Is this 2 aggro? Do I need this density of attack cards in order to win these early combats? I basically just debate if I should do that or cut reroll. Reroll is an efficient play. It's 2 temp shield for 1. It's kind of like shield surge, right? So it's nice in that respect. I could also actually cut basic block because I have both shield surge and reroll here, which is interesting. Basic block does upgrade well to be free, but it's never going to be my first upgrade, I don't think. Man, reroll. I don't think reroll is a good card. I'd rather keep basic block actually because it's carryover between turns. Yeah, I'm going to cut reroll here, I think. That's okay. All right. Right, Jupiter's Moons, important card. Now, what I can do is I can... if I can Jupiter's Moons on one to the right, I can actually slug this out, which is kind of neat. So I can spend my 1 movement here. I think it's better to heatsink basic dodge Jupiter's Moons and keep my dodge here. Yeah, we're gonna heatsink Put out the Jupiter's Moon and then dodge here, and we chill on this. It just takes that hit, and that saves a lot for later. We're going to put out the Moon here. I'm going to play the Core, and I'm going to take... Doesn't really matter. It's going to be Shield Surge, though. Just, it's better. Alright, cool. Now I can slug from this position and stop that. We'll just go ahead and basic dodge here and chill. I heat sink Jupiter's Moon. A lot of this is going to be straightforward. We get 2 shots there. Great. Cool. I will do the same turn again. Heat sink Jupiter's Moon's basic dodge here. Yeah, good. I'll take it. And then we just play out this and we get the triple shots here. We get block shot, we get basic shot. Once you get 3 Jupiter's Moons out, you're in pretty good shape. So now I am going to move left on this turn because I think it's ridiculous that he decided to walk over there. We'll block up and I will chill. Sure, cool. I can just simply basic shift, move over, and then we slug and we kill. Cool. Part of getting better at this game is being able to navigate these early combats quicker, I think. Combustion Engine is an interesting card that I feel like should be good. It's equal to your heat, and then you move equal to your heat, and it's flippable, which is cool. Shuffle Shot is... maybe it's efficient, but it's terrible. 1 for 2. I would never add that to my deck here. It's just not worth it. Combustion Engine, this kind of movement seems good. The thing is that I need to generate heat for this to be worth it, and I'm not generating a lot, but that could change, right? That could certainly change. I think we need movement cards, so let's take it. Yeah, again, I was talking about, how do I decide my path? It's going to be the triple upgrade path every time. There's just no real decision making here. Cool, yeah. I'm going to upgrade basic dodge A. I also think that your starting cards being this good is bad. I think it's bad for the game that you're encouraged to play the early game so samey in every run. You know? Oh, buddy, we get Grandma. I get chocolate coconut things and weapons. Never take random rare. Instead, we're going to just remove basic shot, right? Yeah, remove a card. Incredible news. Yep, goodbye basic shot. You give me a 3rd removal, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and go for the repair yard here. Get another upgrade. A lot of power here. Big fan of this. Now, making cards free is good. I think it's just basic block A, I think. Right? Yeah, it's just make this card free. I love these upgrades. Again, I wish there were more diversity here, but... oh, buddy, Solar Flare Wizbo, what could possibly go wrong? Amazing. Fortunately, I have basic dodge is free, so I can go ahead and move up Jupiter's drones here. We're going to play out the core and take basic shift. I can basically play my whole hand out, no problem. Amazing. I can play Combustion Engine. Behold my power. Ayah! And then I can Jupiter's Moons, and I can play Heat Sink, which I do think is important because we're fighting Wizbo Solar Flare. Wizbo Solar Flare is terrifying. Okay. I can flip and do a whole bunch here. I think it is Jupiter's Moons here, but I have to play out Toxic for sure. There's just no way I can get around it. We're going to go ahead and get out the Jupiter's Moons. I'm going to play Block Shot. I want to do some damage here. And then because of everything, I will jump 2 to the left here. Alright, I can't play Miasma here. It's fine. Basic block, basic shift. I can move 1, but I think it's not efficient to do it. I think I'm just going to take a whole bunch of heat damage. Wizbo's Solar Flare is straight up one of the worst things in this game right now. Second combat, Wizbo Solar Flare. Just completely ridiculous. Like, I just take a damage there. Oh, buddy. There it goes. Incredible. Wow, just what I dreamed of. I'm going to go ahead and heat sink here into Jupiter's moons, and I'm going to get back my guy, or, well, no, Max is still missing. That goes through the gap. Fine. Basic block. Basic shift. Now what I can and should do here is move these out of the way for Jupiter's moons. I'm going to play block shot because it hits him for all of his shield. I still cannot play miasma. So fine. I have tons of everything here. I have to play Toxic Engine. I would like very much to move one. Or actually, honestly, I can and should Combustion Engine here. I'm going to move to the right. I could move left, but there's no reason to. This is a great example of I should have more damage cards in my deck. I'm basically relying on Block Shot and EMP Slug here in order to do good work. I can put out a lot of these drones and it's efficient, but it's not great when I'm being raced like this. So this is a good example of a combat where I should have another attacking card, in my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and move right into this and just chill here. And I think we let it ride, because I can replace that spot there. Cool. Now, fortunately, I do think Jupiter's drones heat sink, and then I just play admin deploy here to get it out, and then we move back left, I think, here to cover ourselves. He's going to do some stuff here. This would be a great turn for a slug. It is an excellent slug. We're going to go ahead and toxic out, and then play EMP Slug here, which gets the kill. Yes. Good. Only 2 damage. Not that bad, actually. Not as bad as it could be. Hotfoot. Now, Hotfoot is a great example of a card that works nicely with Combustion Engine. I get 2 evade from this. I don't love that this card consumes, is my major concern with it, but it's decently efficient, and I think you want to take evade cards when you can. So I'm going to grab a Hotfoot here. I am going to go Artifact Overcharger. Sure, okay. And then we get Drakebot. I don't love Drakebot for me here, but I definitely don't want to just eat this hit. I'm going to play out the Jupiter's Moons. I am going to spend the 1 move to get out of here. Okay, fine. Do this. It's okay. I'm going to go ahead and I will play Jupiter's Moons. I'm going to Hotfoot here. I think that's well worth it. I'm going to click Heat Sink. Although I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to move left and then click Heatsink. Cool. He's off shooting wherever the heck. Basic dodge, basic shift. There's a lot of things I can do here. I could move 1 to the right, or what I really should do here is move 1 to the left on this and take 0 and then shield surge, and we chill. I lose 1 drone here, but it's fine. I can play out the Jupiter's Moon, and then I get an EMP Slug here that puts out a tremendous amount of damage. Just clobber him and disable those, and then I can move 1 to the left here, which is good because it positions my next turn Jupiter Moon. Excellent. Cool. I mean, I draw back into an important play, which is just Slug, which kills. Yeah, easy mode. Okay, fine. Fine, make a temp copy of your leftmost card. That doesn't seem very good to me right now. Reroute. That's an interesting card. I do like having damage. Do I think reroute essentially makes Jupiter into... This is kind of like Baby Tide Runner. I actually think this is good. This kind of movement is pretty good. I'm going to grab this. Having a little bit of extra damage, I also think is good here. I'm gonna take reroute here. Heat Distiller. Gain 1 Serenity every 3rd turn. That's probably fine. It has a little counter synergy with my combustion engine right now. Or gain... I mean, honestly, Strong Start is disgusting, right? I actually think this is really good. There's a lot of reasons why we should take Strong Start. There are a lot of things we could draft into that would be excellent here. I'll take that. I think that's going to generally be better. Even if it's not immediately better, I think it's generally better. Now, I could heatsink into this little thing. I have to be very careful because this is auto dodge. Auto dodge is not ideal. Not a huge fan of that. I think we have to move out of this, right? I'm trying to think if there's some trick here. I could moon, heatsink, basic shift it in. Or rather, yeah, it's not ideal. I think you heatsink, you Jupiter's moon, you basic shift, and you walk it in front. And this just takes that hit. And then I can click Hot Foot, which gives me the 1 left movement that I'm looking for here. And we scoot. Then I can play out Core and I get the drone out, which is pretty decent. I think that's an okay turn. I should pretty much always be okay with any turn that gives me evades and I avoid the hits. I want to set up big turns here. So he dodges. I think he's going to move in a direction. Okay, he does something. Now he's going to wiggle out of this attack. So I can reroute here. And then I think the play is... I could move him 1 left and get the slug in at least, but he walks out of it. So let's play instead basic shift here. And then I'm going to walk 1 right and play a Jupiter's Moons. Oh, I rerouted. I routed myself. I took damage for that. I forgot about that mechanic. I just gave it to myself, literally. It's okay. We then click basic shot, which I think wiggles him a bunch. I have heat and could move, but I don't need to. Yeah, I'm thinking I should play a moon here, right? Now, I don't think I need another moon. I'm just kind of chilling on this turn. Okay, if I play reroute, I have to be careful. Reroute. Okay, it moved him. Now anything I do on the right or left is important to keep in mind. It moves me, right? Now I don't think I need to play heatsink. It's actually, we're in an okay place right now. I just kind of chill on this turn. He is just kind of bouncing into nothing burger plays. He moves 1 to the right. I think if I slug him here, I kill him. I'll come very close to it. Incredible news. Cool, and then I'm going to move 2 to the right. Basic shift and chill. He's having a bad day after that. I do quite like that. We get a basic dodge. If I simply move 3 to the right here and click reroute, we kill him. Yeah, good job. Cool, we take nothing on the turn. Very good overall. Memory leak. This is the card I picked up before that seemed okay, because 3 damage when you have to understand, 3 damage attack is very efficient damage-wise, especially if I can upgrade this to 0 cost, but the cost comes from having to remember to play static noise. I think having another attack that does reasonable damage is worthwhile. I hate this card, I have decided, but I could also just get good with it. Ugh, I hate this card. I like 0 for 3 is extremely good. Just being clear, it's very, very good. I think I should take this in advance of Crystal Entity. I hate it, but I think I need it. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and upgrade that immediately to be free. I think it is well worth that. Make it free. Okay. Just everyone scream at the screen if I'm about to lose because I have done something completely dumb. Okay. I'm taking a truckload of damage because this is simply how that works. So, okay, I can go one left and take another one. Currently, if I go one left, I change one for one, but I can slug him, which is pretty decent, right? We accept that. I could also play reroute just to move around a bit. Kind of an interesting play. I don't want to get rid of heatsink necessarily. I think we just accept one hit here. I'm currently taking 1 damage, which will go to shield. Then I'm going to moon and slug. And I'm taking 1 to shield here, and I'll accept that. Incredible. Taking 5 million damage here. I'm going to go ahead and click Hotfoot to hopefully avoid some of this damage. I do accept the heat as a result of it. I move 1 left, and I can put out a moon. Now I'm currently taking 3, which is awful. I can stop a little bit more of it by basic shifting the 1 in front and accepting I lose this, or I could block shot and get away with 1, 2, 3 and have full. I think I'll take the block shot. It's good there because, wait, why didn't second block shot give me a temp? It should activate once for each attack. I should have 2 temporary shield. Cobalt Core, your inconsistency is unacceptable. I take 1 hull damage for that. I'm going to move to avoid that. I take 2 now, which does at least prevent me from taking more hull damage. That's awful. Not a big fan, Cobalt Core. Very uncool. Put out the moon thing here. I do have double move if I want. I think this is 100% my memory leak turn. We're just going to pummel him for 8, which is good. I'm going to shield surge, of course. Okay, I can move as well, but I think I'm just going to play the core out and chill here. I'm taking 1 to temp. We lose both drones, though. Now remember, you must play static noise unless you don't want something to come back. Is there anything I don't want to come back? I don't think so. So I think we're going to play static noise. That's the cost of this. Then I'm going to put out Jupiter's moon here. I think if I heat sink, I can do pretty well. So I think we moon and then heat sink it over. I'm taking 2. I don't think there's really any way around this. If I move back 1 left, I take the same 2, but at least this positions my missile bay for next turn. Alright, fine. Basic block. I'm taking 3. I'd be honest with you, Jupiter is an awful ship for a lot of reasons. This is one of them. Taking 3 here. I can move 1 for free. Definitely play block shot here for sure. This is just... It's really bad for Jupiter. Jupiter is just generally a really poorly set up ship for this reason, and I get that they're trying to balance what they think is too powerful from the Jupiter drone, but the extra weak spot is just so brutal in that position. It's one of the reasons I don't actually like playing it. Now, if I move 1 in any direction, it's not good, right? I take either 2 here, or I take 2 on the cockpit. There's no way around it. So I think I have to accept I go to 1 hull here. Yeah, I think I have to accept I go to 1 hull here. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. Now, basic dodge, of course. I do get memory leak back. I have to move a whole bunch, or I think I'm dying. So I think the angle, and it's going to be weird, is I move one left. I'm currently taking 3. I move one left again, taking 1, but I can put out Jupiter's moons, and then I can slug here. And then I can memory leak here, and we do it probably the best turn we possibly could have there. Alright. Now I can move 2 spaces, which is an interesting situation to be in. I think I am going to do that, but static noise is a thing here as well. I think I have lethal, so let's static noise, move 2 left, Jupiter, takes 0 here, and then we memory leak it out. Okay, cool. Alright, we did have lethal indeed. Thank you, Overcharger, for free damage. Make a temp copy of your leftmost card. I feel like if I could get... The problem is my leftmost card is like Jupiter, right? It's almost always going to be Jupiter's moons unless I'm playing it every turn. Now, is this ever good? I mean, choose a card in hand. Make a temp copy. That could be cool. I'm thinking if I can somehow connect with like a huge burst turns. By the way, Memory Leak A was absolutely critical for winning that combat. 100%. 100%. I needed that damage in order to get out of there. So, annoying card that I'm just going to have to slow myself down for. Backup stick is very interesting. I say it's very interesting because how do I, if I upgrade it, I could make a temp copy of something else. I'm thinking there's big turns with Memory Leak A, potentially. Maybe I can do other things. I don't love that it goes away. I wish, like, the leftmost, like, this upgrade for leftmost card, but it doesn't, but the exhaust goes away. This is not worth it, right? If this were free, we'd be talking, but I don't like that otherwise. Is this actually strong enough? This is going to be more of an annoyance than anything else. So the question I have for myself is, save your current position to a load state. And then you add a card to your hand. I can move back to where I was originally. I don't move a ton, but there is going to be some movement. This could be good. The problem is how hard this is to visualize. Is Serenity ever it? Serenity's an interesting card because it's kind of do nothing. It draws around again. I'm always going to click it the second I see it. I don't think I'm ever upgrading it. I suppose I could take it. If I'm going to skip everything, you may as well take Serenity. It replaces itself, so I guess we'll just grab it. Alright, what does the Jupiter Drone Hub Booster do? Gain 1 energy every time you launch a Jupiter drone while there were no Jupiter drones already in the mid-row. Wait a second. So this makes Jupiter's drone free only on the turn where I don't have any other Jupiter's drones out? Gosh, that's so bad. This is a really bad boss relic. Jeez. Gain 1 heat every turn. I mean, honestly, if I can survive Thermoreactor, this is better. Dirty engines. I don't know. Thermoreactor seems more manageable, frankly. I'd have to play Heatsink pretty much every time I see it. 1 heat each turn, that's a lot of heat. I'll be honest with you. This is such a depressing upgrade for a ship. Like, go back, like, look at Ares. Ares, strong ship already. War mode, incredible. And then, like, even the Gemini's upgrade is stronger than this. The Gemini's, I think, is, like, the only reason you even consider the ship, because your, like, right cannon gets stunned and the other one does more damage. Just way better overall. Like, I don't even remember what Tide Runner's boss relic is, but it's better than this, that's for sure. I honestly don't remember what it is. Alright, can I survive Thermoreactor? I mean, the sad thing is I still do think Jupiter Drone is better here, even if it's not really good. I just don't have the burnout cleansing. I have some Serenity. I have the heatsink. I guess, I took the strong start instead of the one that gives you Serenity every few turns, which I think would make Thermoreactor very playable. Strong start is very good. It works on dodge and a lot of other things, which is cool, and there's a lot of other things this works on, but yeah, like payback is one that could work here too on this. You get payback 2 from it, but dirty engines is honestly not that bad. It slows you down a bit, but I actually think I would rather take dirty engines than this stupid hub booster. This thing is very low impact. This maybe affects 1-2 turns, maybe, if I'm lucky. I could draft into the relics that solve Thermoreactor, but I think I take damage in the interim and possibly kill myself. Dirty Engines is rough, but with the fact that so many things in my deck are free, I do think I should be able to... I'm going to take Dirty Engines here. I think it's fine. We're going to move on, and that'll be that. Okay. Ugh. Sapphire Cluster. Ooh, buddy. Okay. A ship. Basic dodge, Serenity, see what I draw. Okay, we get Hotfoot. Kind of perfect here, sure. I'm going to go ahead and drone out. We're going to Corrupted Core. I'm going to go ahead and click Memory Leak here. It is just damage. And then Admin Deploy does nothing. Fine. We do not have... Yeah, we don't have it in the ship. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and Moon out. I have to always look, do I have the stupid thing in my hand? I don't. We're going to move one right. I'm going to block shot here. I'm going to click reroute. It at least does damage. Fine. Okay. He moves. I have static noise here. I must play static noise. I must play trash. I go ahead and basic shift, moon, and I move one out, and we sit. Because I have no heat, so combustion engine does nothing. Okay, basic block A. I'm going to go ahead and click Jupiter's Moons. This is a good turn though, right? Because I get the EMP Slug doubled. Boom, boom. And then we get Route, which kills. Cool. Thank you, Overcharger. Very neat. Sear. That's a double shot for 2-2. I like that quite a bit. Multi-stun is interesting. Because this, on Jupiter, this is kind of annoying. I think it's going to be Sear. I like this card quite a bit here. Wow, you can upgrade these to stun? That's wild. It's silly that it stuns twice. It really, because it doesn't do anything. I don't see any way that you would not stun the same location twice here, but I do think having a big damage card is worthwhile. I don't want to have too much density here is the thing. I've already taken Memory Leak A. I think we actually just skip these cards and we go triple upgrades as expected. Oh, hey, Soggins, how's it going, buddy? Sure, I'll fight you. I don't exactly know how I'm going to help you, but I'll fight. Get rid of Core. Here's basic block. I guess I can click Serenity and I get 2 Serenity. Wow, cool. The annoying thing is I have to, like, hit him. Like, I could slug him and stop a missile. Or I could just let the Jupiter Moon take this hit. I'm going to go ahead and admin deploy out Shield Surge here just to get rid of it, and we sit on this. I think that's the angle, is I have to hit him. So basic dodge A, and then I move over, and we just drop the Jupiter's Moon to block that, I guess? Sure, okay. I don't think this guy is going to survive, is kind of where I'm at. I can drone shift some of these out, huh? That's kind of cool. And then we just blast one, and we play some other cards, and we sit. He's going to take a lot of damage, I think. Okay. I can block Hot Foot. Basically, we play almost every card here. I'm going to go ahead and drone shift this out so he only takes the Seeker, and then I'm going to play a Jupiter's Moon so he takes none of that. Reasonable. I'm doing an okay job. I can heatsink trash Moon here. And I accept this. He does finally take the poison, but it's only this turn, so it's not too bad. I think he's guaranteed to live here. Right? If I go one right, Jupiter's Moon, he takes this too. I think he's guaranteed to live. Oh, he escapes this turn. Oh no, buddy boy. I need you not to pass away, so here's Jupiter's Moons, and I think you're fine now. Okay. Hey, he did it. Good job, Soggins. Hey, I'm alive. I can't thank you enough, so I won't. Try again. Missile malware. Now this applies missile malware to the enemy, I believe. I could take Seeker missiles, which is not good, right? I don't want Seeker missiles. I'm just going to take his artifact, I think, here. What do we get? Heal 1 after each combat. Okay, bud, sure. No, that's fine. I wasn't using it anyway. I'll take it. That's acceptable. We're going to go for an upgrade here. I do need to actually power things up a bit. Heatsink being free would be kind of neat. Is basic shift worth upgrading? Possibly. Admin deploy is not bad. Heatsink being free. Hot Foot for an X. I'm not going to upgrade this one because it's just a consume card. I don't think that's ever worth it. What do we upgrade here? I think my block generation is kind of bad. Admin deploy I could make free, but I don't think I need to. Heatsink being free is pretty good, though. Making it flippable... Is that worth it? Maybe so. I have the energy to support this. Flippable heatsink is an interesting option. I don't think there's any world I upgrade EMP Slug. It does enough damage already. Basic Shift A might be the angle. Just make this free. Then it's a good upgrade. I like it. Shield Surge is such a weird upgrade set. The max, because getting shield capacity doesn't actually give you shield, so I think Shield Surge B is like this side grade that just costs too much upgrade to get to. Shield Surge A is maybe worth it. That's a strong consideration, just getting this card to be a little better here, which is true. I think... Am I going to upgrade for energy? Not when I have trash engines, I think. So I think it could be damage. I could go reroute B for the draw card. That's actually pretty decent. I think I will go reroute B just so I can play this card and it draws itself. I don't always play that, but I think it's worth it. We get to fight Snoot. How do I feel about Snoot? Okay, fine. I can move into this and drop a pretty powerful slug this turn, which I like. So I think we're gonna play, we move one right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I go moons, shift, one right, slug. He puts out a missile here, but I can stop the missile pretty easily. First, it's going to be Serenity play. Love that for me. Trash comes out. I can and probably should play Hot Foot here. Evades. Your friends. Alright, cool. Now, I could put a Jupiter's moon out here. Memory leak is a bit odd here. I think I might consider a reroute. I could actually just move out of this entirely. Move 1, 2, 3 out. It's kind of an interesting option. I like being able to get more value out of reroute here. I've got this really annoying sniffle I have to keep muting myself for. I think because Memory Leak A is in hand, I want to do this. So we're going to move 1 left. I'm going to move 1 more left because I don't want this cannon getting this missile dropping out in my Jupiter's play. So we get double Jupiter. Now I'm going to click Reroute B, which should draw me to... No? Isn't it supposed to... Am I crazy? Or isn't it supposed to play the card the attack twice? Does it only do the attack part? It doesn't do the rest of the card? Man, that's so much worse than I thought. Alright, well, we put out another Jupiter's Moons here, I think. And now we do the Memory Leak A. This works out because I'm going to move left again, so I'm not worried about this. We go Memory Leak A, and he gets hit for a chunk, and then I walk out of it. That'll have to do. That will have to do. Okay, we do draw into... We didn't draw a static noise, interestingly. Okay, so combustion engine is flippable. I can move left here, which is pretty great. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Which lets me also put out another Jupiter's Moon. I can play the core, and I think we just sit on this. Honestly, I'm happy having 1 heat right now. We're taking 0 on the turn. We do lose a couple Jupiter's drones to these cannons. It'll have to do. Now we have static noise. Play it out. Basic block. Put up the Jupiter's drone and then kill. Cool. Good job. Guy's got a bunch of cannons, but doesn't really stand a chance against a lot of that. Alright. Stun charge is good, I think. The reason it's good is because I think it works on... If I'm understanding how this stupid Jupiter drone thing works... Maybe I should read this. Why can't I just... Okay, I can't read that. Every time you attack, the drone copies your attack. This, I think it's because the wording of this is bad, right? When it says copies your attack, the whole thing, basic block shot, for instance, is my attack. I think what it means is just the sword part of it. I think that's what it intends to mean. Because the way this tooltip reads to me is that if I look at the tooltip, it is an attack card, right? It has the attack icon on it, so it's an attack card. So Jupiter's drone reads to me like it should copy the entire thing. But obviously it's not, it's like Memory Leak is only adding 1 static noise. It's not adding like 3 to my deck. So it's... I think it's trying to communicate it only copies the damage portion, which is why Slug gives you the stun, but that's also why something like Stun Charge should be pretty awesome, in my opinion. So I'm going to click this, I think. I think this is really good for me. I get an upgrade. Great job. Good job. Let's see what we can upgrade today. 2 Stun Charges. Pretty unlikely I'm doing all that work. I do like flippable heatsink. That's kind of fun. That's true. Hotfoot. I wish Hotfoot could upgrade to not be consumed. I wish. That would be awesome. Sadly, it's not the case. Blockshot A is pretty decent because it's tough because I like temp goes over your maximum, but... So I think there's a lot of argument for like, I don't like these side grade upgrades. It's not what I like. Stun Charge B, I think, is where I'm going with this, right? It's just going to give me a temp shield, which I like. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and upgrade that. I think on the short list right now is Basic Shift A, but I don't really care that much. Heat can be reduced to -3. The annoying thing about that is it means a combustion engine goes the opposite direction. I mean, I guess I'll take it, sure. Bet you won't let us shuffle all your ship parts. I always click shuffle. I always click shuffle. What just happened? Look at my nightmare ship. The right wing is on the left. I knew you were cool. How is this better? You know what? This is a mistake to always take this, but I like this, right? This is silly. It's probably immediately going to get me killed. Let me just be clear. I'm pretty confident we are passing away due to my absolutely tragic decision making, but I'm on board with it, right? It's fine. Solar flare number 2, incredible work. Just keep giving me the solar flare, please. Thank you. Let's move one to the right here. And then I'm going to stun charge this. One to the right, stun charge. Amazing. Oh, right, because of boost. Interesting. Then Jupiter's moon, and I'm going to corrupted core memory leak this guy, which stuns him, I think. And then I move one left and I heat sink. I don't love it. I guess I could heat sink and just take my shield and save my dodge. I think I will, right? Yeah, we take double, so 2. Ouch. Static noise in hand. Don't click Jupiter's moons yet. Static noise first. Then we're going to play Serenity. Okay, now I'm going to play Hotfoot. Ooh, although I could basic shift into a slug here, which is kind of neat. How do I feel about that? Basic shift, move one left. Slug here is pretty good. I take 2. I want to not take 2. We sit on this, I think. Dicey. Basic block, of course. I can block some of this damage, sure. So we're going to moon this out. I'm going to admin deploy the trash because I can and you can't stop me. And then I think we just click shield up and we get temp. And that temp stops this too and we're okay. Fine. Currently taking 0. Basic dodge is interesting here. I'm going to click that for sure. I want to kind of draw cards. I want to play out the Jupiter's moon here, I think. I'm going to click reroute. I get another Jupiter's moon back, which is fun. Big fan of that. I'm going to move... I'm going to slug here because I'm already taking this heat damage and I think it's fine. Sure. Like, I'm already taking hull damage. I should be okay thanks to the nanofiber hull that I have. So, oh no, hull damage. Fine. Stun charge is good. No static noise. Okay, stun charge is good. We're going to click it. I want to move one to the right. So... combustion engine zoop. Moon out. Now, sadly, stun charge actually has nothing to do, so that's unfortunate. I'm gonna click Hotfoot, maybe? I really think I should. I'll click basic shift. And I want to take 0 here, so we accept this turn. Okay, fine. Heatsink is online. Heatsink for sure. Yes. Moon pops out. I'm currently taking 2, which is acceptable. And then I can... block does nothing here, but I can memory leak for a good chunk here. And we sit on taking 2. Okay. It's a bit dicey. I have static noise in hand. I'm getting pummeled here. What is the play? I have 3 evades. If I move 3 left, I'm being threatened by 4 damage. Kind of. I'm being threatened by 2, depending on how I play it out. So I think we go 1, 2, 3. And then I think it's moons, but I have the static noise first. Moons, I'm now taking 2. I'm going to click block shot, and I'm going to click reroute here. And we sit on this, and I take 2, but I am going to take hull damage from heat. Fine. I need to finish this combat, but I have no combat finish. Okay. Awful. Great. Incredible news. I think it's going to be Jupiter's basic dodge. Yes, of course. I think it's going to be Jupiter. And I think we're going to combustion engine to the right. I'm going to heat sink. I'm currently threatened by 2. I think I just move 1. I hate that, but I think I do it. He's going to move. Okay, I need an attack card, please. Alright, we're out. Outies. Okay, we made it, and I get 1 heal back. Great news. Cool. Yikes. All these cards are bad. Burnout blockers. I don't know. Yeah, give up my shield on Dizzy. Okay. Once per combat, when you lose hull, immediately heal 1, or if you end your turn with more than 0 energy, gain 1 shield. Both of these kind of suck, so I think I'm going to take the rebound reagent here. It is just a free heal. It's fine, I suppose. We move on. Okay. Upgrade a card. That was a tough combat because I took a lot of damage, and I didn't draw my attacks fast enough, which is interesting to me. So maybe the density question comes down to I should have 1 further attack card. Maybe so. Maybe 1 further attack card is kind of where I'm at. I'm just going to go ahead and do the basic Shift A at this point. I think it's fine. None of these are very impactful, sadly. We have to fight Riggs now. How do I beat Riggs? Great question. Probably not. Like, being real, probably not. I could just click reroute and then use my cards to move. Kind of like a chaos engine, sort of. It's honestly not bad. Go mini Tide Surge, Tide Runner here. I can pull 1, 2, 3, and we at least wiggle, which is kind of strange. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna click reroute, and then we're gonna basic block move. I then think I'm going to Jupiter's Moons here, and then we combustion engine out, and I'm taking 1 here. And then I think this is as simple as admin deploy, because you wiggle. Boop, boop. And then this should not move me. And I'm taking 0. A bizarre turn, but sure. Fine. Stun charge with slug is an interesting lineup. Again, I'm taking a truckload of damage here. I don't think we beat Riggs. Are we too slow for Riggs? I didn't draft enough damage, maybe? Possibly. I do feel slow. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play taking 3 here. I think it's Moons for sure. We drop out Moons here. And then I basic shift him right 1. Kind of interesting. I could stun charge, block shot, and then slug. I mean, I'm definitely going to click the cards. And then we slug here. I'm taking 3, but we're actually okay because of the temp here, so I'm not terribly mad about it. It's fine. Hot foot is acceptable. I'm going to click hot foot for sure. Dodge, cards. please. How do I avoid taking 5 billion damage here? I'm currently taking 5 damage on this turn. 5 damage on this turn. If I move 1 right, I take 4, which is, well, no, I take a lot more on the right, actually. So we're going to eat dirt, I suppose. This is as simple as I think we... What if I move 1 left? 1 left, and then we drone... Kind of, I think this is right. I take 2 now, and then I drone, and I think this is the memory leak play. And I'm taking 2? No, I'm taking a lot more. I'm taking 4 still, right? 2, and then the missile. It's still better, I think, but it's not good. I'm taking whole damage here, yeah. Pizzow, but I get healed immediately, which is at least something. Okay. Static noise in hand. Must play. Currently taking so much damage. Basic dodge, please. Now, I'd like to 1 left drone and then slug, I think, is the angle. Reduces the damage by 4 damage here, and then I drone slug here. It's not ideal. And then I end like this. I could save a lot of health here. I go from 4 to 1 if I move 1 additional here, which I think is ideal, or at least an improvement. Okay. I could stop this missile pretty easy. I think we're going to have to move 1 left again. I think we have to stop this missile. Okay, I think I have to move 1 left here. Now, maybe I get away with this by reroute and then I press block shot and that saves me this dodge. Yeah, press block, press reroute, good. I'm going to go ahead and block shot now, which moves me 1 left. And then I'm currently taking 1, 2, 3. And then I shield surge here in the middle. And we take 0 on the turn and we're doing okay. We're teetering along. Actually, no, that was much worse than I thought. Mathematically, I missed something there. Well, I didn't die at least, I suppose. That's fair. I can move 1 to the right, which is very good. I take 2 on this turn right now. I'm not dead, that's for sure. I did a lot of hits on him, that's nice. Man, there's no way I can do this. Such a wide ship. I need better defense. I'm currently taking 2, I'm not dead. I'm going to rock bottom though, that's for sure. I think I die here without some miracles. Yeah, I think we're toast here, right? I always have, unless I can one-shot him. How much health do you have left? 12. 12. I have only 2 drones out. Okay, so I can drone shift the missile. Is there a way I survive this turn? That's a good question. That is a good question. If I had 1 more attack, I could get this kill on this turn. So maybe, I mean, like, dirty engines might have killed me here. I don't know. This game is tricky. There's a lot of in-combat interests, like, challenge here that I'm just not certain on. So, and I mean, I think Jupiter is one of my worst ships because it's just so wide and it has 2 weak spots that are just so vulnerable. And everyone keeps telling me that it's busted, but I just don't know that it is. I can do 9 on this turn. I mean, the crazy thing is if I had upgraded EMP Slug, we actually do 12 here and win. So That is telling. That is telling to me. If I had just upgraded EMP Slug. Or if I was one turn further on Overcharger. So interesting. Alright. Can I live? I can move one right. And then I take 2, 4, and there's so much on the right. But I can drone shift here to avoid taking this 2. But then I do take this missile again. Okay. How do I avoid... If I move left. If I move left 1... Then what? Can I ever align this missile with my gap? It's 1, 2, 3 away. I have 2 movement here. 1 drone shift, 1 dodge. So I don't think I can. Now I could put out like the moon and move that around. Kind of. So if I move left, I can put the moon out and block my missile bay. But then I'm taking a bunch. The thing is this missile can't connect with cockpit or it's bad. I also have slug. Now slug doesn't actually help me that much. If I move 1 right, I'm taking... Let's math that out. If I move 1 right, assume I can then answer this thing by drone shifting the missile out of the way. I think we cover our comms. And then I move 1 right, I'm taking 1 here and 2 here. So I'm threatened by 3 damage. So the question is, I move 1 right and I drone shift 1 right. No, I move 1 right. Dang, I don't think I have it, right? I'm trying to imagine... I mean, basically always click stun charge. It's temp shield. Okay, fine. I don't think we get it, right? I just consumed it. That's funny. Static noise nonsense. I mean, yeah, static noise has to be played. The other 2 cards are just Jupiter's Drones and Slug, and in what order do we play these? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we do anything else there. Yeah. I think we don't have it. I think we don't have it. I can't think of any turn combo that gets me out of this. So I think we are going to simply pass away here. The crazy thing is I feel like this run is so easy if I just play Ares. It's very frustrating how easy this run is if I just play Ares. So, I don't know. I think we just kind of send it, do our best, and let it ride. Huzzah! Oh no, we died. Yeah. I mean, there's no way around it, I don't think. I could have gotten out of that if I'd upgraded differently. So I think this is interesting because people keep telling me you don't need a lot of damage. I just kind of disagree. I feel like you need more damage than that at least. So I think so stuff like basic shift A probably shouldn't have been the upgrade. I think upgrading slug was better, do more damage. Probably important. A simple upgrade on slug swings that around in a big way though. So, especially because it multiplies on the Jupiter drone stuff. My relic's kind of garbage though. Dirty engines, I mean, I'm glad I didn't take heat reactor. That would have killed me for sure. For sure, but... Interesting. Well, we, I guess, lose, but learn something. It's Cobalt Core, I suppose. Fine. What do I learn? I need to take more damage? I don't think the removals of basic shots were bad. Those are trashy cards. I don't want them. I think I just needed to upgrade the attacks I did have, right? I think I needed EMP Slug to be better, and I needed to consider maybe doing more damage on Block Shot. Although I really think EMP Slug being upgraded was the play here. I think that's the takeaway. I need to probably upgrade this more higher priority for a run relying on Jupiter drones. So anyway, I keep trying to play Jupiter because I keep wanting to try to learn with it, but honestly, this whole game just teaches me I should just play Ares all the time. I don't know. It's wild. That ship is so much better than the others in pretty much every single possible way that I cannot imagine. I just don't understand their balance sometimes. But anyway, we'll let it go there. So, it's another loss. Hey, thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks. Blah. Bad run.